What's up, Jordell? Salute to the culture, man. Salute the black and brown. And all the other races around it. Make sure y'all tap that like button when y'all come in. Let's get it going. Get some more people in here. What's going on with everybody today, though? It's that Taco Tuesday. Get some more people in here so we get to the point, you know, big. We just gonna get in here today. We gonna talk about, how communication and having a better understanding is the key to everything. Facts. Communication and proper understanding is the key. It's all gonna boil down to, things that people want to post for views that they don't know. It's gonna cause, problems in the street. I always speak on that. You gotta be careful what you post and be careful what you say. It can come back to hunt certain people. It might be yourself. It's all about having that respectful platform and engaging with the people and seeing from different point of views as well. It's not always from your own point of view. Everybody don't see things how you see things. But you got to learn how to communicate and get some type of understanding of why people feel this way. You know, make sure y'all smash that like, so I get that share. Get some more people in here, man. Bring the culture in here. Let's get the coaches in here. Let's get it going. It's been a lot of, you know, drama on the internet the past few days. I want to say the past 2 weeks. Really been going on when it comes to the Tiger situation and, the response that American Cholo gave out and the energy that became behind all that stuff. Salute, man. Salute worldwide. Three up top. That's John Doe. Let me tell you something. In every community is different, codes that people go by. Like, see, I'm from Watts. We never been separated. We always been cool with the Brown. And I know a lot of other communities that been cool with the Brown. It just certain communities already had that type of beef. And that's nothing to do with basically the coaches. It's the gangs. That has to do something with gang violence, with the gangs going against this Hispanic gang, this black gang beefing with this gang. Like, we have been together. It's been unity. But it's like the coaches around and stuff that people say and do and bring to the table tears us apart. Like, we got a lot of mixed kids, so how we haven't never been together? If you got Mexican girls having kids with black guys, you know what I mean? Mexican guys having kids with black girls. I see it all the time. It's spread out in my community. So, reason why I say tearing us apart, because you got people that'll take videos and chop them up and just take the bad out of it and say this dude said this, and then push it out there for the culture. And the culture is going to take it in how they view it. So if you're introduced to a video and they're saying these slurs and they only cut the rest out and they just put that one piece in, that's what we're going to take it as. So you have these people around here that's basically, causing trauma in the streets. And majority of these people not in the streets or not around or don't have kids. They got to go to high schools and junior high schools and be out in the open playing. Some people not worried about things like that. People just want to post and get views. And all people have different understandings. Just how, like say for instance, John Doe just said, how it's going to tear us apart when we never been together. That's not true. That's just his point of view from where maybe he came from. But black and brown been united. Most gangs started from Hispanic gangs. Back in the days, everybody used to dress the same. Like, so I don't see how we never once together. That's what I need to be told. Tell me how we wasn't never together. Because I don't went to jail with Mexicans. I don't had a Mexican crime partner. So I want to see how we wasn't never together. Like, some people have different understandings and it was taught different. Exactly. You from South Central, so at the end of the day, in South Central, it was like a lot of beef between Hispanic gangs and black gangs, but in certain areas didn't have that problem. And so certain people viewed the other race in a different way. Seeing Watts, we never looked at each other like that, like, oh yeah, that's them, that's them. We always like kind of stuck together. We got, you got Hispanics that can fix your car. You got, blacks with certain plugs. We share our plugs. We together. That's one. That's facts. Like, like I keep saying, you could look around, just open your eyes and look and see all the mixed kids running around. A lot of kids the color as me got Mexican mothers. See, this is the thing. Okay, prison is gonna be prison. You can't bring prison politics to the streets. We don't stand on that. And okay, if you want to bring it that way, okay, if I'm in prison, I can't give a Mexican a bag of chips unless they close. On the streets, I could share a bag of chips with a Mexican. So prison politics has nothing to do with society as far as being out here as a productive citizen. That's jailhouse rules. That's what's tearing the culture down now. People want to bring these jailhouse rules to the streets and politic in the streets. You can't make me not hang with a Mexican. You can't make a Mexican not hang with a black on the streets. You can't do it. There's no rules to that. Ain't no DP to that. Exactly. That I spoke on that before. As far as some people go to jail, they get a different outlook at different race and different situations. But at the end of the day, we can't conduct ourselves like that because you come to the streets with that, you're gonna be right back in jail fast, or somebody gonna knock you down. Because you know, it's a lot of us that's united together on the streets, and the people that don't understand is the people that been taught by others and seen a lot of racial attention in the streets. But I've been under OGs that that really been out there and really went when it started. When it started, when I was growing up, the Mexicans and blacks was hanging together. It was running around. It was gang banging. It was dressing the same, Pendletons and all that. Like, I come from both sides of the culture. My mom Mexican or a black father. So it's like the culture is like all the same when you think about it. It's just the mind frame of where you grew up at and how you gonna present every situation. When it comes to race, I don't look at a person and say this dude is Hispanic or he's Mexican or he's Salvadorian or he's this. I look at you and I judge you by your actions because your words really don't mean nothing until you put it into action. You can speak positive and you could be out here acting reckless. But at the end of the day, as coaches, we got to come to a understanding how to address situations, especially like this. And then, like I was saying, you got people that's on the internet that like to share stuff and like to put negative comments under people's videos. And, that causes controversy. And now we clashing on the internet, which could lead to the streets. But what I'm trying to say, basically, you can't let the internet tear us down as a whole, and that's facts. Exactly. Like, see, that's what I'm trying to say. In Long Beach, that's a big salute because Long Beach, they had racial attention as far as the Longos with the black gangs out there. They was pushing that word, that NK stuff and all that. But you have people that look bigger and look beyond that. It's still mixed kids being made, mixed relations being made within all this. That's going on in the street, and that's facts. So that's a good salute to you. See, in Ohio, that'll be a big thing, a big movement, bringing them together. And it all starts from different type of spokesmen, different leaders that combine their minds together, and we can all network together. And when they see real leaders networking and moving that way, they ain't got no choice but to follow suit. And that's facts. Like, to me, like, racism is dumb. It's really dumb. You judging each other by the color of the skin. That man can help you, and that's facts. Exactly. This is why people like a lot of people left the situation alone. This is why I'm attacking the situation because I'm involved in both sides of the culture. I got to deal with both sides, and I got a good understanding where it comes from both sides. So that's why you never see me on here, using like being aggressive. There's no reason to get on the internet to be aggressive to show you that, oh, I'm aggressive. I'm showing you that I could be a man and I know how to politic the right way for this, not just gang politics. Gang politics has nothing to do with racism. Gang politics is what helped mess the culture up. See, gang politics turned a lot of races against each other by gangs. Certain people got hurt, some people got their lives taken, and retaliation is going on. So it's F these people, F these people, you know? It wasn't just straight off the humbug, racism been going on, but gangs has a lot to do with the communities when it comes to the inner cities, like, you know, facts. If they let the internet tear them down and do that, they're not valuable to be around. But it's a lot of people like that. It's easy to just make a platform to get on here. I'm gonna start a YouTube, and then you start saying all this stuff, and you might be an OG, you might be an older cat, and people gonna listen. I'm one of them OGs that got a straight level mind. I ain't got to get on here to show aggressive, disrespect nobody, or talk crazy and say f somebody to get my point across. My point is gonna get across regardless. I have a voice in the streets. A lot of these dudes just speak on the platform. They don't matter in the streets. They can't make phone calls to call around and see who is who, what's going on, and how can we address this situation. Exactly. It got a lot to do with prison. And I always stress that these guys do all this time and they bring prison politics to the streets. Like I was just saying, I might not can't give a Mexican a bag of chips in prison that's open, but on the streets, I can. I can eat a bag of chips with them. I can sit down, eat with them, slap bones with them, hustle with them, do what I got to do with them. It's the ones that's blindsided by the culture, and they go to prison and they come home and they stand, oh yeah, I'm this dude, I'm such and such, and I did this. All that stuff you did in prison was, part of survival. It wasn't part of, it's not gonna take care of your kids. It's not gonna make your family safe. So the things that you pulled and did up and did in prison is not gonna help you on the streets. Only thing it might help you with is being, not to trust people and watching people body language, stuff like that. You might learn different things about culture while you're in there, but most likely you're gonna come out, if you're a weak-minded person, you're gonna come out hating the other race. Or you're gonna bring that jail politics stuff, to the streets because you never been nowhere. See, a person like I've been going through that since I was a kid. Juvenile hall, camp, YA, all that stuff. It didn't break me. It built me up because I was around different cultures and I was involved on both sides of the culture. So, it's a lot of stuff that I nipped in the butt and got taken care of when we was in there because at the end of the day, only a leader will speak with self-motivation and not violence. I didn't get in there, fuck these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers gotta fuck. I know how to talk to people. So at the end of the day, let me go talk to the Mexicans. Let me go over there and have a conversation. Yo sabe español también. So at the end of the day, I'm on both sides. I can understand what's going on. People don't see that. Like, it's good to go to school, learn Spanish, learn different languages so you can understand. Most people think when they see Mexicans and they're talking and laughing, oh, they're talking about me, you know? And if it's that serious to you, you need to go to school and learn that language because you might just getting stuff misconstrued and starting stuff on the streets. See, a lot of people is not like the people that was back in the days. Now, I'm not here to say it's never been racial tension. Yes, it has. But a lot of communities has patched it up and they moving forward. But you got the internet that's still bringing us back and dragging us down and pulling up old videos and, voicing their opinions, which they know they can't voice. They can't voice those opinions on the streets. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to get crashed. They're going to get beat up. And that's facts. You know? Facts. It's all unity. That's all we worry about is having unity because our kids got to grow up in this. Your opinion, you might be like, I'm standing on this, and you might want to be somebody that want to be aggressive. But remember, your kids and grandkids, nieces and nephews, and loved ones got to live through this. In the culture, it's being guided the wrong way by the wrong people. And if you look at the biggest platforms on YouTube, it's the most negative platforms. It's the ones that keep all the stuff started, the ones that talk about everything that's going on for this negativity. And they never really put a positive lid on top of it when they done explaining. They just leave it like that. Yeah, he said this, they did that. Nobody gives a reality check behind what they put out there. And if you're a content and you putting all these videos out and you're a creator, and you're not putting a reality check behind that negativity, then all you doing is putting poison into the internet. Like the way they chopped American Cholo video up and just had him say the negative, even though he shouldn't have said what he said because that should never come out of a man's mouth. And that's facts. Exactly. Like you see how he don't talk about his personal life, but he's connected to the culture. And like my boy said, he learned Spanish, from being around people. It's because we grew up in that culture. We had Mexican friends. We were spending nights at each other's house and doing all the stuff together. Learning everything. Or the schools, like when I was coming up, the schools was teaching us Spanish. Nowadays, they don't do that because they don't want the culture to grow. Nobody paying attention to that. Like back in the days, all them programs we had, and it was teaching us Spanish and teaching us this, teaching us that. They had sign language people back in the day. They don't have anyone, none of that stuff no more because they don't want us with proper communication. They want us to stay stuck. They want us to knock each other down because they see everybody building up. The Mexicans are buying and they expanding. And same like the blacks, they're buying, they're expanding, they elevating. They see that, they scared. So they let this little stuff go on. Because if you see most of this stuff posted on YouTube, it's already been taken down just by YouTube. That's fact. Facts right there. Ignorance. It's the mind frame. You know, it's how these people think and how they move and they think they supposed to move. But a man gonna be a man. I conduct myself like a man. When I look at every situation, I always say I gotta start this and finish this off like a man. You know, I can't get caught up in the moment. Or I could use an example. I could have pulling somebody into a job. I'm not gonna go based on this my homie, or he black, or he's Mexican, or I'm gonna go yeah, he's trying to take care of his family. He got kids to feed. So I'm gonna try to squeeze him in first. It don't matter about the color of your skin. It's the person that's gonna get in there and create a good example for me as far as referring people to a job. It's bigger than what these people think because all they watch is people getting out of prison and getting on here and telling these prison stories. And a lot of them got skeletons in their closets. They're not gonna tell you about the weak moves they made or the flaws they had in there or the things that made them a man. Exactly. You gotta take care of each other. Ignorance plus fear equals hate. Facts. You know, it's like a lot of people that had stuff done to them or done to their family, and some people try to push people to fear them, and that make people just dislike people. Just this person thinks he's tough. This person walk around with their chest out all day. That's like it could be also be example as a man walking out like he's bigger than the next every time. It's like a boxing fight. You see the bigger guy. The bigger guy is gonna win. You don't know if the bigger guy is gonna win. The hardest worker, the one with the best talent, is gonna win. But what I'm saying is, people have to stop letting the internet turn your road to a left turn because things you see on the internet, at least 90% of it is not true. The video was edited or somebody getting on there speaking some facts that they done heard from somebody else. A lot of these dudes sit around people and listen to game and they get on the internet and they try to expose it, but they don't even know how to explain it. If you was to get them on a live and ask them what did they mean by that or what's the proper meaning of what they was trying to say, they would not to be able to break it down. You know, they just saying what they think that's cool was gonna get them views, is gonna get people to like them. But then, as you see, majority of these dudes, in due time, they platforms fall, they get exposed, and majority of them acting tough, like being tough guys. Men don't act like that. Men have an ego, but men don't walk around putting other brothers down, putting other people down, putting other race down to make themselves look good. You know, that's why I address certain things, certain situations. For real, the internet, especially to people that ain't really been exposed to like life situations and they've been sheltered by their parents and they never really jumped off the porch and been nowhere far on their own to meet, different type of people. You got people that don't go to prison or don't go to jail, don't go to different schools that's out of their city, so they stuck with their inner city, ways. How people come in here and a lot of people is like disrespectful in their city. It could be a racist city. So when you go to the next city and you treating another race in a certain way, they are all looking at you crazy, like what's wrong with him? Because we don't do that over here. You know, a lot of people adapted to what they grew up. They adapted to their environment, and they also, just do recidivism, repeating the same thing over and over again. It's a cycle. The kids stay in the same neighborhood. The parents teach the daughters to grow up like them. You got to do this. You got to get you a man with this. You got to have you a baby. You got to get on low income. You got to go, you crippling your kids. You keeping them stuck instead of making them elevate and say, just be honest. It was rough. I raised you. I did what I had to do to raise you, but I want better for you. I want you to think different. I want you to think out the box. Go the other way. Because it ain't work. You got to be honest with your kids. But still as, one whole, like all race, should always try to make themselves closer because we all need each other for something. You should never look at somebody different because of the color of their skin. And that's facts. People fail to realize, that it's bigger than what they thinking. Like people need to fix their own people, before you point the finger at the next race and saying he's doing that, she's doing that. You need to focus on your own people sometimes that's stepping out of place and try to get the people that's in your community together. So even if I could pull 4 or 5 people in a good way, at least I know that's 4 or 5 people in my community that's safe to say if they on the internet, we ain't causing none of this BS. We ain't on here pointing no guns at the camera saying F everybody and, setting yourself up for failure. And that's facts. Like communities don't realize. Like back in the days, how we had the what? No, you can have it. You can have it. But that's all facts. Keep it real, man. But it's all unity, like I was saying. Like back in the days, you had a lot of businesses as far as like you had the donut truck, the fruit truck, you had the ice cream, people push there, you had the corn, the tamale. Just like today, you know, everybody had a self business. And now that you see as the culture has grown, it grew. People got their own stands, it's elevated, they got stores now. Some of the same people I used to see hustling back in the days, they got stores now. They keeping it up. And we support each other. As far as being in the community, I'm gonna buy for my community. It don't matter what color your skin is, I'm gonna buy for my community. If I need fruit, going to my Mexican partner right here. We gonna keep it going, we gonna keep it growing. That's just how it's supposed to be. Each one teach one, pull each other up. That's facts. Like I said, I was born into the culture. Like I didn't ask to be around the people that I was around. Like my parents was already involved into the street life. So when I was born, I was growing up and I was seeing both sides of the culture and I was getting love from both ends of the culture. So I never really seen like, other race treat me in a different way. It's because I grew up in both cultures, but in a lovely city that respected each other as a whole. And, you know, times went by and we elevated. And I'm still in contact with all these people, all my childhood friends and people that, they making moves that's pulling me. I'm pulling them. I'm giving them plugs. That's what you're supposed to do. Unity. People don't understand that. People more pointing the finger saying they looking out for their people. They looking out for their people. We're supposed to look out for our people. We're supposed to look out for each other as all. in a whole as a community. Like if you from this community, support your community. Don't kick them down. Don't steal from them. Don't expect to get something cheaper from them because they in your community and you go far out, you're gonna pay the full price. Get them people that hard earn money. It's you know what I mean. We need to be elevating out here instead of dragging each other down. Facts. You said that. It's like it's a respect thing. Like at the end of the day, if you run around and you just respecting your own, then that's what the other gonna do. It's gonna cause problems. So if the blacks run around just only respecting their own, then the Mexicans gonna go around just only respecting their own, and it's gonna be always be that big gap between us, and it's gonna be a big old question mark, and we'll never know what it is. So that's why these people are allowed to get on the internet and post these videos and trick people's minds, trick them out of the freedom of thinking. You know, you know how your community is. You know the things that you went through. So you're gonna watch a video and let it dictate your program. That's weak. Like a lot of this stuff shouldn't even be going on here. Like it been haywire with the racial stuff. Racial tension is all messed up. And everybody pointing the finger at each other and saying, who needs to say sorry? Who needs to apologize? Like you gotta let a man be a man. If a man feel like he gonna apologize and do it, let him do it. Because no man or woman is entitled to give anybody an apology. Especially if you mean what you do and you meant what you said. There's no reason for me to apologize. Like me personally, I wouldn't apologize because I'm not gonna put myself out there to where I have to apologize because I'm gonna mean what I say and I'm gonna stand on it. It's not gonna be disrespectful. You can't make me take my words back, for expressing how I feel. Instead of keeping it bottled up, running around having all this hatred in me. That's why a lot of people run around mad at the world because it's a lot of things that's, skeletons in their closet that they don't even want to tamper with and deal with, but they quick to point the finger at the next. You got to clear your own closet out, clean your backyard, and move forward with your life. And that's facts. See, that's a big fact right there because people look at it like, because you from the streets, you can't trust him. He from them be the most loyal people that came from in the streets, that really came up from the gutter. And a lot of these, white collar people and they went to college, the squares, like a lot of them, they stab each other in the back all the time. You see them doing scandalous stuff all the time, embezzling each other out of money, you know, doing the same thing they doing in the lower communities, the low class community. They sleeping with each other's wives, they smutting each other, they tearing each other down. People don't see that because the thing about that, they ain't that ignorant to put their stuff on the internet and put it out there. They life is they life. It's like with our culture, it's like we like to throw everything out there. If you look at it, when somebody buy a new pair of tennis shoes, they gonna post it. You buying you some fast food, it could be a cheeseburger, some fries. They gonna post it. They gonna post them eating it. Like so, everybody basically exposed their life to the internet. So when you get to talking this other stuff, we can kind of figure and put two and two together. Like this guy ain't living like that, or this female ain't living like that. That's the key, man. If we could all get together, stick together, like I said, the world could be ours. We could own everything. Like we put each other on. I put you on, you put me on. You hire my cousin over here, I hire yours over here. We come on, man. It's ways to go around that. We could be eating right now. But everybody's stuck in their mind frame, like, it's all me. These people don't like us. You don't know that. You don't need to listen to what people tell you and the situations that you went through in life, and that's because your train of thoughts. You presented yourself like that. If you present yourself like with negative energy, people gonna accept it like that. They gonna look at him like, yeah, I ain't fucking with him. You got to keep it 100. Don't always try to be in there with that ego poking your chest out, looking at that man, mad dog and everybody. It's like if you go out somewhere When you look at it, when a man look at another man, it's like they mad dog you now. You could be with your kids. They like they look, but you know they not like that though. You know, majority of the people not like that, and that's the big thing. Everybody wants to be the toughest. Everybody wants to be the roughest. Everybody want to have more money than the next. That's what's wrong with people. You know that, and I'm just saying that to be within their own race. You know, because I'm from both sides of the culture. So both sides of the culture has the good people that look out for each other. I've seen a lot of families on both sides that help each other, and then you just got some of them that was born in certain communities with certain traits, and you know they fucked up. They tearing each other down. They can't move in together and stack their money for a few months, and boom, you get your place. And it's not they fighting. It's a lot of drama. You know, people kicking their family out, kids in the street, homeless. Parents got their kids out there. They throw them to the wolves. People don't understand. See, I give y'all a different type of game. I'm gonna give you that genuine facts in real life. Like I'm not gonna sit here, you know, and feed off the negativity. And when I run into some negativity, I just turn it into some positive shit, and that's facts. But if you're looking for negativity, somebody is dissing people neighborhoods, and you know, speaking down on everybody, calling everybody out on the internet, this is the wrong platform. I'm more focused on the streets. I'm in the streets. Like, I ain't saying I'm out here harming people, but I'm out here doing what a man's supposed to do for his family and what a man's supposed to do from the community that he came from, you know? And I'm dealing with the stuff that comes with it. But I'm turning everything into a positive. I don't gotta be out here doing this all the time, you know? I gotta watch my surroundings because that's natural. And you got people that don't know you and people that's just on some negative stuff. But other than that, I run into people. I run into enemies, all type of people. And guess what they do? They nod their head. Because guess what? They know what type of person I am. I know what type of person they am, but we know what each other on. I'm not on that, but we could be on that. Man, once people learn that and get that through their head, that I don't have to be out here looking to hurt nobody every day or looking like somebody's gonna hurt me. You know? It's just good to watch your surroundings and place yourself around people that's on a positive movement. Because anything negative is not gonna succeed. God not gonna let it happen. You know? You hanging. It's 10 of y'all, and all y'all drug dealers. Ain't nothing good coming out of it. How you gonna wash some money? Who working? Who doing something that's gonna wash this money or give us a throw off or give us some type of gig? You know, everybody can't have that negative frame of thoughts. Facts. Mind over matter all the time. And like you said, if you could pull, even if it's a small few close to you every other day or send some type of message out, it might hit only one person in the head. But guess what? You did your job because we can't change everybody. But that's why I always say we need other OGs that's gonna get on here and try to fix the community. You know, not only say I gotta do this and I wanna fix what I wanna fix, you have to look at everything from, you know, every angle. And you can't always say I'm gonna be with my people because they right. I feel they right. You know how they say you ride with your people, right or wrong? Like that's that childish shit. That's that shit that had you with 100 years. You know, I'm gonna be mad at somebody come get me tomorrow. Let's go do this. You came to get me out my comfort zone, maybe with my kids, to tell me let's go do this. It's not gonna happen. It don't work like that. It works like far as being with somebody and something happened, then yeah, you have to do what you gotta do. But far as letting everybody come get you, yeah, you got the chosen few that you're gonna jump up for. But at the end of the day, they're not gonna put you in harm's way. They're not gonna put you where you gotta jeopardize your family and all that. Exactly. If everybody could put something together in their community to where they have dudes to sit there and talk, You know, people have a different outlook at life. If it could be a table with 4 or 5 just G's, different G's in every community every week, and you got the youth come in there and they listen to us, discuss our differences, and patch up, old things that happened in the day back in the days, I highly believe that, people will start changing their mind frame, their outlook on life and how they look at the next man. You gotta drop gems, man. People, you know, don't look at the bigger picture. They like, I'm gonna be bored. People ain't gonna want to listen to me. They ain't gonna want to hear. But guess what? You gonna build up slowly but surely. Because when people watch you, they gonna understand. Like, this dude know what he's talking about. You know, I could be the other way too. I could be on here doing a tough talk, you know, calling people out. But what good is that gonna do me? But gain me more enemies and bring me out of my character and make me be looked at like I'm like the rest of these dudes that's still living like they 15 and they 40 something years old. That's facts. Big facts on everything. You gotta be a man before anything. You gotta be a man before anything. People just gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna tell these people these stories because I watch a lot of guys that tell like they prison stories and this and that and want to say, and I done seen a few guys that I done bumped heads with in there. And I'm looking like, why you ain't tell the story about, when you took an L? That's why people praising the culture because they like everybody to tell a story. Oh, I was the tough guy. I was He-Man. I beat the whole squad up. I knocked out 30 Southsiders. I did. They listen to all these stories like, come on, man, tell them the truth. Salute, man. Salute to West Los Angeles, man. West LA. Salute to all the coaches. Salute to every city, man. But that's facts. Like you said, straight capping, man. Like they telling these fake jail stories. And a lot of these stories don't even exist. It's just a way to keep people going and make them thinking you a certain type of person. Some people just take it and run with it. Like they got a few jail flicks or a few jail stories, and they make it sound good. They put a little extra on it. You know. Shout out to San Pedro, man. All the tops. If you want to go have a good time, go to San Pedro, man. Get you something good to eat, all that. That's facts. Yeah, but like I was saying, like on the racial situation, it's the frame of thought. It ain't what people say it is. How people be like, we was never together. Like the guy that came on here earlier, he said, how's it tearing us apart when we was never together? I'm like, how we weren't never together? When most of the gang coaches started out, it was black and brown. A lot of black gangs started off, you know, dressing like cholos. It been mixed kids way before me. So how we wasn't never together? That's just certain communities that didn't get along with different races. There's a lot of people out here in the mixed culture, man. So I have no idea what they talking about when they say we was never together. Like, hey, homie, sometime when I smoke a lot, I might got the munchies. You know what I mean? Shit, tacos might be going up. It might be some black folk food right here. Yeah, I mix food. Hell yeah, that's facts. Shit, I might be looking black and Mexican sometimes going to work. Shit, I got two trays on me. You know what I mean? Two Tupperware. Mexican food in this one, black food in this one, man. Soul food, Mexican food. That's facts. Mexican food and soul food is the best food that touch this planet. Good food, and they all like majority use vegetables and good herbs and all that. Like the best seasonings that I done came across. Hell yeah. Sometimes you don't forget who you talking to, you know what I mean? My accent change. You know, I'd have been around Mexicans and they start talking. They like asking, do I like, I had to hit it with yo sabe español también. Like, yo sabe. They looking now, they like, damn. Yeah, facts. I love knowing Spanish. Being able to talk to people and communicate and understand things. And reason why I say that, I tell you a story about, I was at the LA County jail. And at this time, I think it was 2700 day room. That's when they had the day room that's by the hole. So it was like them dirty dorms. So it was in there and the pipes was fucking up where the toilet kept overflowing and it was packed. It was a lot of blacks and a lot of Mexicans. It was like almost equal. That's the first time I seen like, the numbers on both sides. And they had them a little issue with their peoples. The south side, they taking care, they handling their business. So I hear him talking, and oh boy, keep disrespecting another dude, and then he called him out. They don't supposed to fight each other, so they mounting up, and then the other guy sticking up for him. So it's like there was like a lot of young dudes and a few older cats. So they was talking in Spanish, and they was saying like, you know, we gotta handle this and all that. We'll tell the blacks that we finna DP somebody and woo, so we could clear our way. So while all this going on, I look around. I'm wondering why the blacks they mounting up. They putting on their socks and what's going on? They like, yeah, man, they mounting up all over there. And I heard them say something. That's what one of them saying. I'm like, what you hear him say? He said something like it's on, like they finna get it cracking. I said, yeah, but they about to discipline their own people. They finna go up like the Southsiders doing their thing and they getting their little crowd going because they finna DP they people. They going to sit back at their bunks. So you got the blacks mounting up. So when a guy come talk to me, we talking. He like we from DPR people. Man. Turn around, look at them. Now they looking like I'm like I told you they finna handle their business. Like just knowing Spanish helps me a lot, and save a lot of situations. Because it could have got ugly, they would have took off for nothing. And now we all going up, and everybody got old man on both ends. Old man getting hit, beat up, stabbed. You gotta watch what you do when you move and you up in that place. That's facts. I'd have been in a lot of situations with Spanish that would be bad, whether it was a jail or the streets. With the South, that's normal, huh? Every day. That's normal everyday stuff. See, that's what I think about the South. You go down South, man, you eating good as a motherfucker. Out here, you gotta find the people that's mixed in the culture because you got some people that just eat one type of food or they don't like this type of food. So it's like it's crazy. But out here, like the culture expanded because you got all these, interracial couples and they're introducing each other to each other foods and cultures and lifestyles. yeah, I know y'all done had some situations like far as racial misunderstandings. Yeah, Italian food, yes, alright. And Chinese food, I'm like kind of iffy on like Chinese food. I really don't, I really don't fuck with Chinese food. Um, I eat the shrimp fried rice. That's about it. But y'all know that Mexican food and that soul food hit out of this world. Man, I don't know. I can't do it, man. It's a lot of stuff I haven't tried. Like I don't eat pork. Like I don't. It's a lot of stuff I don't eat. In the '90s, you're right. Cause back in the days, a lot of people used to eat a lot of Chinese food and all that. Like because that was like the original. Now it's like shit. All these nasty motherfuckers came along. You don't know what you eat, man. That's why I don't fuck with too much shit. You don't know what you eat nowadays. I try to stick to like the original shit because that other stuff is like, damn, will they just come with all these new names for this food, this weird looking meat? Man, just give me the original. I don't need none of that new shit, none of that slimy shit. No, because old school food was made by scratch. Nowadays they got box and can things, so you look at the Thanksgiving dinners now. Just like being soul food was bomb back in the day. When Thanksgiving came, man, come on, man. Nowadays, they buying the pies out the store, all that. Everything was straight homemade from scratch. Grandma's cooking. It done changed, man. Facts though. Talking about back in the days when a woman was cooking, that's why the man back in the day, man, they was getting through that man through that stomach. Like you see what they were saying, they were cooking good, that good soul food, that good Mexican food, everything from scratch, man. Like Mexican food from scratch, it's bomb because you could taste all the seasonings, every like vegetable that's chopped up and cooked and grilled with the meat. With that man, that shit fire. Even soul food, everything you could taste everything. Nowadays, all this box shit, man, you gotta read all that shit that say it got in it too. Some of that food be saying it cause cancer and all that. You gotta, watch what you eat. They say you are what you eat. You gonna start fucking your body up. Skin gonna start messing up. You know, might start gaining too much weight. Like everything got a different effect to it. Like a lot of people don't read what they eat; they just get it. I'm the type when I in the store, I be reading the ingredients and shit. Like sometimes we be having them little warning things. Sometimes we saying causes cancer. Cause I don't want to eat a lot of stuff that's causing me bad health. But a lot of Mexican food and soul food is good for you because it's like straight vegetables. It's a lot of especially like the soups. Man, be hidden in the winter time, like soup season. Facts. Why you think food grows from the ground? Like you can survive off that. That's real shit. If all this stuff didn't happen how it happened, that's what we would have been doing. Everybody been growing their own food, walk around this motherfucker building shit they sell. That's how he made us equal. He was gonna make the man to be a provider, and you see how people building all this stuff. We was gonna be building our own shit. We building a house by now. Everybody was been doing it. It's just we got to it in a sinful way. Yeah, but y'all gotta pay attention. Pay attention to the videos, man. Yeah, it was the diabetes because it's a lot of salt, But you know how you be growing up and you got them grandmothers that be a diabetic and they know how to doctor that up. That diabetes ain't no joke though. Yeah, that man, the vegetables and all that, and the fruit and everything. That barbecue, that's gonna keep you going right there. That's facts. Facts. We all supposed to be independent. That's why the government takes so much money. That's why we get taxed so much. You work, the more you make, the more they take. The way the world's set up right now in society. Facts. Can't be living on the government benefits no more, man. Yeah, that's facts. That's low. That's how they keep a lot of people stuck, though. They was that, and they doing it now, and people don't see it. Like how they start giving people, like free money, all this free money that's coming in, and free food stamps and all that extra food stamps. It's keeping them cool. Like yeah, they give them a little extra money, a little extra food stamps. That's all. That's all they want because that's all they was taught to do, to live off the government, to grow up and be like like I was saying earlier, like a lot of women raise their daughters to be a stepping stool for them. Like they use their kids as stepping stool. They growing up, they know they government benefits from the end. Her kid's 18, so she encouraged her and let her have a boyfriend. Look, this facts. Come over and sleep. You know. Now her daughter getting banged out in the house, and she know what she doing. She pushing her daughter on them. They cooking for the man. Dude, I grew up back in the day. I watch it happen. She get pregnant. Now she get pregnant. You know, she get on the county. She still under the age. The mama getting the money. You know, but once they done turn 18 now, they cut her off and turn the daughter on, and the daughter gets Section 8 and all that. And now they living off, the government, and they keep it going like recidivism, repeating everything over and over again. People don't look at it like that. Like instead of trying to teach your kid to elevate, like I'm gonna push my kid to go to school and get an education and do some type of college, to get you a career. You gotta be something. Instead, they try to keep them where they could live off of them still. They don't want to let them go off and go to college, and they cut her government, benefits off, and she got to fend for life. So, they find a way to stay, at a level, and they pull their kids down with them. Now their kids caught up. They done had babies, 3 or 4 babies. You know what I mean? By the time they 21, 22, they already got 3, 4 kids. getting a fat county check, gang of food stamps, probably child support for at least two of them. You know, if I want to talk about that type of stuff, we get deep. You know, I know like that's some real shit. Just like you see a lot of men, you know, they grow up and they don't want to do nothing. They want to lay on the couch. They want to look for a female that's like mama. They gonna lay on the couch, play the game all day, get GR, 221 a month. That's facts. You know, it ain't easy living. That's why it's always good to make good choices when it comes to your life. When it comes to something that, you know, you feel like, shit, my life got to get better. It ain't going to get better if you don't make it better. You know, if you lay down like the rest of them, you going to stay there with the rest of them. And that's facts. You looking like they doing it. Shit, ain't nobody tripping. I'm going to go get this free money and get this low income and I'm going to stay right here. You don't see nothing that's outside of the hood. You know what I mean? And that's why they doing what they doing to them now. They doing to everybody. Like, that's that gentrification. They rebuilding everything, putting all these shopping centers, all this good stuff, and they upping the rent. You know, they could keep certain areas low income, but they can still go by it based off your income. So if you get you, they getting you to a factor where you want to leave, to where if you get you a good job, like at the end of the day, your rent gonna be at a level where you'll be paying when you was living somewhere else. So now these people start looking at it like, man, I'm being harassed by the cops, and you know, shit, I'm paying all this rent. I might well move out and go. You know that they only doing they making it high by building all this shit. What's the deal, man? Man, the channel is about the coaches, man. All coaches, you know, positivity, no negativity. You know, we ain't on here to approach negative situations. We're here to address situations. You can take a look at my videos. You know what I mean? Everything is a reality check. We trying to straight the culture, you know, not to be out here following our footsteps, what we went through, as far as joining gangs, you know, being involved in racism. Like, we trying to stray the culture away from all that stuff. Bring the coaches together. And that's facts. We ain't on here trolling. We ain't on here dealing with no trolls. Trolls come around, you comment, you get blocked, banned, you can't see nothing. We keep it pushing around here. But yeah, you know, like I was saying, gentrification, like it's getting bad to where people don't even understand what's going on, you know? Like I said, they sitting back, they grabbing the free money, and the whole city elevating, but you not elevating. So when it's time to push the people out, you're gonna be one of the ones pushed out. Haters are baggage because it brings a lot of problems, you know? Like hate don't get you nowhere. You can do things and do things and do evil things to people, have evil thoughts, but at the end of the day, you ain't doing nothing but messing over yourself. God don't like ugly, ain't nothing good gonna come to you. All you doing is destroying everything around you. You tearing down walls instead of building them. You gotta build them foundations. Build you a community where it feels like home, as far as the people you be around. So yeah, gentrification, racism, gangs. I'm from Watts. I'm from Watts, California. Yeah, Watts, California. Me personally, I don't have a garden, but I know of people that have gardens. A few though, it's not a lot. That's why I was saying people are not paying attention to what's going on. You know, for like they done lost the culture from back in the days. Like all the goodness that came out of the culture being drained out. Like how we was talking about the food, how the food was made back in the days. Everything was made from scratch. Whether in the Mexican culture, the black culture, and all the other cultures, everything was made from scratch. Now everything is straight canned goods. You know what I mean? Bought pies, bought cakes out the store. Yeah, that's my big dog, Kill, man. Facts. Facts. He's still doing good, writing books and all that. He done elevated and changed. Shout out to Kill. He elevated. Kids got grown. He doing his thing. He be messing with them birds. He be flipping them pigeons and stuff. Exactly. People out here, they worried about trying to keep up with today's fashion and today's people. Instead of, building that, like back in the days, people built their family and set them up for success. Like start building up. Like as they say, they had gardens. They was buying their homes. That's how you know that how all these people was left with these homes from their grandparents. You know, it's like now nobody's building up a foundation. Everybody's just like, I'm gonna get the baddest female. You know, and the females I'm gonna get the dude that like he got the most money. You know, loyalty don't come out of that. It come with building somebody up, building each other up, growing together. People don't understand that, and teaching your kids, the values of family and sticking together. Yeah, that's that. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, now, Jordan, damn. Oh man, yeah, he had some good shit back then, man. That's facts. Exactly. Change, and it's crazy, and it's happening right in front of their face. Every day, life is changing, new laws. As you see, everything getting stricter. You know what I mean? The whole community changing, and they still moving the same way. They leaving themselves behind. They gonna get left behind when all this change and elevate. You want to stay the same, but yeah, like we were saying, they don't build they families up like they used to. They don't. That's why a lot of people kids is lost. Like you be looking at them like he was a cool dude growing up. His son's strung out on crystal, or, you know, out here game banging, thugged out, doing all this time. Facts, man. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out, man. Check that out, especially with some comedy in it to get you through it, man. Man, salute, man. Oranges to grapes. Salute three up top, man. What's up, Jordan Dale? Salute to the whole community. Facts. That's facts right there. That's facts. Like that's no lie. People moving in from different cultures and they changing it. That's because they buying up everything. They coming out here, they buying all the properties, they buying all the stores, they got all the houses. They selling what they want to sell. It ain't original no more. It ain't like back in the day. You go in the store and you already knew what you wanted. You knew where everything was at. They kept what we ate in that community right there for you. That's because that was our people doing it. Now it's people moving in from far away and they changing the cultures. You got different type of foods and shit. You know, South side and east side. Salute the culture, man. Salute the culture all around the world. That's facts. I know I'm on both sides of the culture. Shout out to all my Tiny Wano uh, gangsters. So I bet so all the homies like and everything. Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button if you ain't here, man. Hit that like button. Man, gentrification, that shit hitting Watts. They already like they changing all the Jordan Downs. They changing the whole Jordan Downs already. They done tore half of the Jordan Downs down and they building it up big condos like and they built a big shopping center in the back. They building big old apartments on all the corners. It's here. People don't see it because they not paying attention. They not looking at it like that. Fact. Kendrick put a Mexican rapper on a song that'll be big. Another dope rapper from both sides of the coast that'd be big. That's facts. But yeah, they changing everywhere. That shit hitting Watts. That shit. I want to say in another 4 5 years, Watts gonna look way different because it already got some years. I want to say down there at least like almost 5. Facts. It's happening everywhere. We letting it happen. They moving in. Like, what could you do when you don't own it? When you don't own the store, you don't own nothing. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Like, I've been putting out there, like, far as in your community, at least try to get a store, get something going. A lot of people start doing it when Nipsey was doing it. That's facts. Nipsey like came from like by our community. He used to go to Markham Junior High. He came back on the metro, go record with the homies, and he was like on both sides, like the east side and the west side. So he got game. Facts though. You gonna be a Starbucks. They gonna put a Starbucks soon though. They gonna put a Starbucks for sure. That shit really gonna look different. Cause it's already looking different now. Like when you turn, if you go, you could go up Century. If you go up Century, you gonna see it because you gonna see the new project, how they built the new hood. And if you turn, you go, you still gonna see some of the old. So you gonna drive on the old and the new side. That shit crazy right now. That shit look crazy. Oh, Alameda. Everybody eating big burgers up there. That's crazy how they got the Nike store. They putting up everything. Like you said, Starbucks gonna fuck the game up. They're already doing that shit in out there in Compton. Like they got 7-Elevens down there in all their corners. That's what's gonna tear them down. They focus on the game banging and seeing who the toughest, posting on the internet. You see them every day. Come on, man. But every week you see a new person. Like rest in peace. And they young, they dying fast, focus on the games. While everything elevating, taking off. That's crazy. Yeah, I ain't do nothing, just get on here. We was talking about this, how we address the situations when it come down to, different race. But good looking on everybody that tapped in, that's rocking, they hit that like button. Go check out some of them videos, man. I just did that reaction on American Cholo. Before I tap out, while y'all tapped in, I'm just gonna say, salute the coaches, salute everybody. Make sure y'all stay strong. Don't let the internet tear y'all down. Don't feed into that negativity. And that's facts. So, with that being said, y'all stay safe, man. Take care of the kids, be. Love them loved ones. Watch your surroundings. Get that bag. Keep God first. And that's facts. And that's facts, man. But yeah, like I said, salute the culture, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. I'm gonna tap back in. But go check them reactions out. Y'all stay safe. Stay solid.